What's up, folks? Welcome to part 2 of Sonic Heroes. Last time I was playing this on my Dell XPS computer. This time we're playing on the Steam Deck. Shout out to the Steam Deck. I just got this Steam Deck dock, official Valve new Steam Deck dock yesterday. I played Astral Ascent on it. I kind of sounded like I was going crazy at the end of that episode because I was like, "Oh, the audio's it's getting softer." I think it's a problem with my headphones because for some reason, my left headphone, the audio was like dying. It just kept going out. I go to the right headphone and it's playing at full blast, full Monty. And I don't really understand why that was. Though I've been having that trouble with my videos in general where the video is like recording in mono and not in stereo. So it's like it's an easy enough fix. You just have to duplicate the audio channels or whatever. But it's it sucks because for games where there is stereo audio, well, it's weird because like with Pokemon, there's stereo audio on like the musical tracks, and even though that's the case, the audio is still being recorded in stereo, but it only comes out of like one channel. I don't really understand it. I really don't get what's happening. That said, we're back. We're gonna play Sonic Heroes until I can't. Is this a 100% playthrough? Probably not. I did go back and get the Emerald because I had to redo everything, which was just like the first level, first zone. I did get the Emerald again, which was obviously good. Okay, I don't even need that. Which was makes everything 1-to-1. But I don't know if I'm gonna get all the Chaos Emeralds. I've never gotten all the Chaos Emeralds. I've never even beat Chaotix's story. So that's how that goes. This will be a Sonic playthrough though. I'll get to the end of that. I'll try to beat it, but if I get bored playing this game, 4 times in a row, you can't really fault me, can you? Sonic team has a great track record of just adding meaningless fluff to their games. I.e. Werehog. Like just give me I mean, I like the Werehog. The Werehog is fine, but still, like the Werehog was a little silly. It was a little egregious with how long some of those levels were. Alright, can you just... It's funny though. Oh, don't slide off. It's funny because I'm playing this on the Steam Deck, GameCube game on the Steam Deck using a PS5 DualSense controller. Like that's just... It's 2024, alright? It's 2024. Shout out to the gaming industry. Well, don't shout out to the gaming industry. Why? Because Sony. Because Sony is screwing us. They're screwing us with a gosh darn PS5 Pro, which I refuse to get. I didn't get a PS4 Pro. I have 2 PS4s. Don't need a Pro. Okay, yeah, there's graphical enhancements and all that good stuff. But for what it was, there was never a need for... my gaming experience was not hindered by not having a PS4 Pro. It will be even less not hindered by not having a PS5 Pro. Based on what they showed, like the graphical updates are so minuscule that only people who do this for a living, as in review things or play games for a living, can or even should care. I think about how Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to have, an upgraded edition or upgraded version that's playable on PS5 Pro, and the game looked fine. Yeah, there were things that were a little weird. I played it in quality mode because performance mode was a little bit of a step down, and also because I think the cutscenes... Oh, no, because Final Fantasy 16's cutscenes were locked at 30, so I played that in quality mode because the gameplay was locked at 30, so everything would match. And now I'm just like, well, I'll just play on 30 because I don't need 60 frames per second for a single-player game. I don't care enough. I don't need, frame perfect inputs. Oh, that was weird. Well, just jump off, why don't you? The screen just looked... This is some of the jank that this game invites that leads me to kind of hate it. It leads me to not want to play it nearly as much as I probably should. I like playing... Don't get me wrong. I like playing Sonic Heroes. But it's janky enough where I'm like, it's so frustrating. And then to have to do it 4 times, that's where I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is going to be a full playthrough. All that said, yeah, PS5 Pro, I mean, ray tracing is cool and all. I played all of Spider-Man 2018 on a PS4 base. I don't need, improved ray traced reflections to enjoy the game. And I think that's part of where the games industry is right now. everything that's happening, you're seeing all these layoffs because companies are investing into the wrong segments of the gaming industry. It's like, oh, we want to have our free to play battle arena shooter or whatever. And it's like that's not going to work for everybody. It worked for Overwatch, and I think Overwatch 2 is finally kind of back to a halfway decent place, but still, I don't think what Overwatch 1 was, at least not for me. Though I have enjoyed playing it more, and I might play an episode of that later. But you have people going for their free to play and cash cow, what not Bitcoin, what are they called? Um, Games where you gotta sink all the money into them, like Suicide Squad. I'm blanking on the term, but anyway, you have those kinds of games, and you have people who are like, or companies that are prioritizing graphical abilities, and it's like at the end of the day, why can't we just have a good game? You know, Astrobot's kind of the antithesis to this, where it's a what $60, $70 game, first party title that's just a good time and doesn't think too hard about what it is. It just does its job and moves on. So for that reason, I'm finding myself gravitating more to playing on Steam and buying Steam games more than anything else. Um, Earlier this year, like in April when it came out, I remember I really wanted Stellar Blade. I keep a Google Keep of all the games that I want to buy as I hear about them. Um, and that's been on there. And I like since before it came out, it's been on my list, and I still haven't bought it because A, it's still $70, and B, um, I don't necessarily need another like action adventure hack and slashy type game right now. I just want to play stuff that I enjoy, and maybe doesn't make me commit too much to it. That said, I think that game's only like 25 hours. At least that's what I think. I checked on how long to beat, and it wasn't as long as I thought. Um, I have plenty of games I still need to play. Like I have Fallout. Is it Fallout New Vegas for the Xbox? I bought that. It's still in the wrapper. I have Final Fantasy Lightning Return Final Fantasy for the Xbox. I wanted to play X's backwards compatible. I've played it on PS3, but I wanted to get back into it, and I just haven't because there's too many games to play. It just kind of sucks though, because like we're spoiled for choice, and on one hand, it's great because whatever you like, there's something. On the other hand, it's like you're just now at this point where you're just never gonna be able to play all the games that you get. It's just not really feasible in the slightest. Yeah, I'm not getting a PS5 Pro. The lack of disc drive was one appalling thing because I'm still buying discs. Bought Astrobot on disc. I'm gonna buy Stellar Blade on disc. I bought Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and realistically, games that I end up spending more than like 30 hours in, or even like 40 hours, like God of War Ragnarok, those 40 hours are usually like my cutoff for when I should probably think to buy a game digitally. For example, I don't buy Call of Duty physically anymore. There's no reason, because that's a game where you just want to pick up and play. Or like when it was Overwatch, I realized, because I bought Overwatch when it came out in 2016, I realized quickly that I don't want to have to keep putting Overwatch in to play for 30 minutes and then want to hop into something else that I'm actively trying to beat. So certain games warrant being bought digitally, and at least that's how I purchase things. But without even having the choice, it kind of sucks because then I'm just forced to buy on your digital storefronts. I can't get it used. I can't get a freaking loose copy if I just want to play the game. No, I'm not buying loose. The last loose game I bought was actually what was the golf game? Everybody Golfs. We Love to Golf. Whatever that game was on Vita. That from that series. I think it was like the sixth one. Everyone's Golf. It's called Everyone's Golf in Japan. It's something else. Hot Shots Golf. There you go. I think Hot Shots Golf World Tour maybe. But the one on the Vita, I bought that from GameStop to see what their. Oh, don't you dare! Don't you dare! I took my hand off my controller to scratch my knee. Jesus. Don't scratch. Oh, you suck. Don't scratch with your left hand. I bought that game loose, mostly because it was I didn't have a choice. I just purchased it to see what would happen, and it was like $20 or something. So I was like, all right, we'll try it. Still haven't played it. I'll hook up the PlayStation TV at some point soon. I have it. It's like sitting in my TV stand. I just need to like hook it up. But one of the things I really want to do, gaming wise, if we're talking about not buying the PS5 Pro, one of the things I want to do is I want to go to some game stores and look for 16-bit games in particular, Sega Genesis and SNES games, mostly because I bought that open source cart reader, and now I just want to like rip more games because I have like, was it 16 Super Nintendo games, and or I think I have like 11 Super Nintendo games and 16 Genesis games. I was definitely more of a Genesis kid growing up, but my gaming hobby I don't think really took off. I've always been a gamer. Like I played Sonic 2 when I was 3. I'm not saying that to justify it, but like, I was a child. Um, but my gaming hobby really took off with the 6th generation. So like, PS2 and all that. That's where I have the most games. That said, I find myself wanting to get more 16-bit games because I do like a good like 16-bit platform or 16-bit. I don't know. I want to play like Castlevania and stuff like that, or like Mega Man games, things that remind me of say Gravity Circuit, or things that Gravity Circuit was inspired by. I want to play those types of games, and I just want to start like buying some, and then with the open source cart reader, ripping them and playing them on the Steam Deck. It's funny because I don't think I've ever actually played my Super Nintendo. Like I have like 11 games for it that I got. So when I was a kid, my mom worked at a library, and the head of the library got a donation, and like how libraries take, it was a public library, but libraries take book donations. Well, somebody donated a Super Nintendo and like 11 games, and she was like, "Hey, do you want this?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." And so here I was. I think at this point the freaking Dreamcast might have been out, but yeah, she gave me the freaking. Oh, I knew it. She gave me the Super Nintendo, and like I never hooked it up because I don't think I had power cables. And then after a while, it's like I never bothered to get them. And then after another while, a lot of the games that you'd play, so like your Donkey Kong Countries, your Super Mario Worlds, they are all they were all playable on like Wii Virtual Console and whatnot. And so at that point, I managed to play a lot of stuff that I had, like Aladdin, which was already on Sega Genesis, or was also on Sega Genesis. I think I played it there at some point. I don't know, but regardless, or as I should say, irregardless, as Paulie in The Sopranos says, I'm watching The Sopranos. They say their name Sopranos, but a lot of people pronounce their name Soprano, and I don't know. The Tony Soprano. I can't believe I haven't watched it. I know I'm all over the place. I can't believe I haven't watched that show earlier because it's basically Grand Theft Auto 4. And like I realized that Grand Theft Auto 3 and 4 took a lot from like those mob movies and whatnot. But I'm kind of shocked at just how much they were clearly inspired by that. And granted, it's just like, again, it's just general mob tropes that I guess end up being. Oh, I'm gonna freaking lose again, man. I'm gonna freaking lose again. Okay, cool. Just get ring. Get ring. That's all I need. All I need is ring. Oh, you gotta fight me. You've got to fight me. Okay, do that. And we skibidi doo bop. Yahoo! I always like the texture in the energy because when I was a kid, I might have mentioned this. When I was playing this on like a CRT, I don't think that texture comes out very well because I remember when I played this for the first time on my Wii, I want to say, or yeah, maybe it had to be on the Wii because I used like an HDMI converter, which is not like it's upscaling. I don't know when it was, but there was a point in my life where I was like, wait, that energy, the orange stuff has a texture, like it's gloopy and weird looking. I was like, that's so wild because it used to just look solid on whenever I played it as a kid. At least that's what I remember. Oh god, 15 minutes for a Sonic Zone. But what else do I want? I want I really want Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. Nope, Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. I really want that game. They just announced the Dragon Ball GT characters. I'm excited for that. I say I'm currently watching GT. I'm on like episode 7 where Trunks has to get married, and they have to take out that Sumami. Oh, bro, you gotta. Okay. Wow. That's a good. Wow. I forgot to mention they keep the same shield sound effect, which I'm like, that's pretty darn cool. Jeepers. Jeepers. Oh no. Oh my. It's because I kept. What was that, Tails? Ah. I kept on trying to latch on, and then I inadvertently hit the jump button. It wasn't clear that I was latching on, and I hit the jump button. These are those little things that like this game does, where I'm like, all right, it's a little bit janky. It's ever so slight amounts of jank. Wow. Wow. Such a good sound. Alright, just get up there. Thank you. All the way. All the way turned up. Oh god, just get me out of here. Yeah, why did Tails go when he died? That was a little weird. Okay, just fight the boss. Just fight Amy. Shout out to the Steam Deck though for running this fairly flawlessly. From what I can tell, it's oh, don't bump the table. It's running nicely. My gameplay isn't nice, but
Shoot, not my day.
that is a quote that lives in my head rent free. Shoot, not my day. People wondering why I'm saying that at work. Because Sonic Heroes came out in 2003 and it latched into my mind. Oh god, these cutscenes look like trash.
Amy, what are you doing here?
Sonic,
This time you're mine. Team Rose versus Team Rose. Shout out to Sakurai for apologizing to people who play this game for hundreds or thousands of hours. I didn't read the whole article, but I'm kind of like, why did he think he had to do that? I think the idea here is you want to just... There's a rock, paper, scissors mechanic here, but I don't think it really makes a difference if you just spam Tails. Where is he? Oh, I think he's not gonna... There we go. Typically, I find spamming Tails usually works. But that's going to do it for this episode of Sonic Heroes. Next time we'll come back, we'll play Casino Night Zone? It's not Casino Night Zone. What's it called? I'm going to do a second episode because I hate Casino Night, honestly. Bingo Highway is what I hate. Casino Park Zone. Casino Park is fine. Bingo Highway is way too long. But that's going to do this episode of Sonic Heroes. Next time I do Casino Park, Bingo Highway, Egg Carnival, I believe it's called. And see what lies in store for our Team Sonic Heroes. Oh, I got to wait for the cutscene to play. Decent song, though. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.